This is to me the essence of the memories of Greece. Olives, feta cheese, oregano, and olive oil.
Olive oil. I know you love it.
It's at the heart of what Greek people are about.
What I'm going to try and do is just show you a few dishes that I think capture, the mood of Greek food. One of the tricks is you want to make incisions with a knife, just deep into the muscle. And we're going to take whole cloves of garlic. We're just going to stuff them in there, push them in deep.
Fishermen in Greece, it's synonymous with the culture. Going out and fishing and eating seafood is a big part of lifestyle in Greece. And also, you talked earlier about meze. 20 odd minutes. A little bit of this. This is actually from Greece. Smell that. It's so pungent and beautiful. Me, I like my Greek salad just olive oil. I really want to celebrate how these flavors marry so beautifully with olive oil. This is what we've got in front of us. We've got a fantastic Greek salad. That's got to be on the table. Yes. Yemista is a dish.
This one, I never heard about this term. Can you tell me about it?
This is a classic. Every Greek family makes this. This is my grandmother's recipe. My mum makes it different from my grandma. She used to argue with my grandma. Everyone discusses about the perfect version. Most of civilization has been making cheese for as long as it's been civilized. I've got a yellow cheddar, a classic A's cheddar, and a Gruyere cheese. And this is a very old French technique, actually, called making a roux. It's one of as an apprentice chef, when you do a French apprenticeship, which is what I did, it's one of the first things they teach you how to do, is make a roux. Chocolate has inspired countless stories, countless movies, books. It's an inspiration. It is one of those things that people go to when they're feeling down, and it has something physically in it that's been proven that actually is a stimulant that makes people feel better, that affects chemicals in your brain that makes you feel positive and good. Chocolate goes degrees, right? Percentages. Sometimes you'll hear people talk about 60 whatever percent, 70%, 50%. That means that the degree of darkness, basically in layman's terms, is the degree of darkness. Look at that. You can see that. When I was an apprentice chef, my chef wouldn't let me use a machine for the first 4 years.
Really?
I had to do everything by hand. And we're just going to pour that in. See that? Lovely.
Beautiful.
And that's going to set nice, rich, light.
Gorgeous.
And this is again another very useful baking tip. Is I'm rolling flour. Okay, which one was it under, Sarah? Okay.
Magician.
Big in Europe, big in the US, Australia. Everyone loves rhubarb in that part of the world. That's the end result. We're going to pop it in our steamer, which we preset to 100.
Again? The thing? Low touch?
I can't do fragua dishes and not make it a little bit technical. Okay.
This is
it's one of those
very scientific experiment. It's like in a lab.
That's cooking up. I'm going to add nice, generous
a
lot, in other words, of pepper. And my honey. Okay?
Your honey.
And my honey. This is what I call like a self-saucing dish. The idea of risotto is an absorption technique. So we're going to add some chicken stock.
Chicken stock.
Okay.
Cool.
A dash of wine, not too much. I don't like.
White wine.
Just a little bit of wine. I don't like to add too much wine to my risotto because I think it adds an acidity. Right? Good. Always taste your food.
Yeah, before you serve to other people.
Really hot pan. Seal it.
You can add more.
Add more richness because life's short. Chongming Island. Okay.
Chongming
Island.
Chongming.
Okay. So here we are. Look at this.
Wow, nice.
So.
So cute. Wow, you're going to.
I'm going to be pretty quick. Thank you very much. We appreciate you being our food.
Too bad. Sorry.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you being food for us.
Sorry.
So I'm just going to let that boil up, and you can see how they're going to change color. It made it look like everything was crazy as I'm throwing the pan.
Yeah,
Everything
when you do it, everything
But
looks so
everything was for a
crazy.
reason. The butter gets to the right temperature. I add the lemon juice. You get this penetration of lemon flavor going into the butter, and then it hits the pasta the right way, and then all of a sudden everything comes together.
You want to tell us? Oh, here it is. Wow, it's really special.
We are. Today we're gonna do some recipes from a cookbook that I was very fortunate enough to have the opportunity to work with a good friend of mine called Dean Brettschneider, who's a fantastic baker and pastry chef. This is Dean Brettschneider's recipe.
Okay.
I'm gonna mess around with it a little bit because
Don't tell him.
I'm telling him I messed with his recipe.
Okay. Your recipe sucks.
No, don't say that. Sarah's terrible. His recipe's fantastic. I'm just messing with it a little bit. We're gonna layer it a little bit differently, okay?
All right.
But his recipe is fantastic. He's one of the best pastry chefs in Asia. So the first step to this is we put it in the fridge along with our sponge.
Wow.
Okay.
You now afraid this thing will start to fall.
Oh, look at that. And that will go exactly like this in a tray into the fridge. And let me show you what it looks like when it comes out of the fridge.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
You can add out custard. Oh, look, isn't that sexy? I love trifles, and I remember trifles from my grandma.
Childhood memory.
It's one of those dishes that, I don't know, from your childhood as a Chinese person, what's the thing you remember?
I remember hard-boiled egg. That's when I get on my birthday.
Life was hard, man.
Yes, it's very.
That's your sweet, hard-boiled egg.
Yes.
And it's such a great, simple idea. And you can actually do this dish. It works great also with salmon. It works great with fish. You can use it as I'm going to do today with veal. Okay, so I'm going to first start by cleaning my veal. Okay, I got some goose fat. Okay.
Goose fat.
Goose fat is really good for cooking potatoes.
What's the temperature?
Well, I'll just judge by my eyes.
Okay.
You know, I don't want it boiling. What I want is I want enough fat to cover them. Okay.
You add more.
That's enough. I added a bit more. I want my potatoes covered, and I've got a little bit of port. The recipe in the book says Madeira.
Okay, you can replace that
with port.
Okay.
You can see even from my cookbook, I'm still changing stuff. You know, because I know it works.
Spicy.
I don't know any chefs in the world who really, I don't care, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star Michelin chef. They like Tabasco. Come on. Okay, now we're in business, people. It's really noisy in here. Is it just me or is it really noisy? I know the sound guy hates this, right? I'm messing with the sound guy's head right now.
You are bad.
I said to my wife, when I made this cookbook, I said to her, I'm going to make a really simple cookbook. I think I put some really simple recipes in there.
It didn't turn out to be so simple.
She looked at me and she said, I don't think many people are going to make these recipes, Dave. I said, what do you mean? They're simple. She goes, I don't think they're so simple. But I think they're simple.